Well, today was a first alert weather day, the first of two first alert weather days this week, and there could be a third one as well. But we'll talk about today's, of course, first, as that has the most immediate impacts. If you joined us earlier in the newscast, you saw Katie Opperly out there talking about headlights during this snowfall. Look at this. This is makes really shows you how those headlights make a big difference there with those reduced visibilities. You're able to see those vehicles even from our tower cam here in South Fargo all the way down. Looks like toward near the tri-level, thanks to those headlights there at this hour. Reduced visibilities across the area with this snow falling. You can see a pocket of a heavier snowfall right now, perhaps making its way just outside the metro, approaching the West Fargo area as well. Those deeper blues near Hunter indicate some more moderate intensity snowfall falling at this hour. Temperatures across the board are in those low 30s, right around that freezing point. So, especially in some of the warmer spots toward the south near Aberdeen, Watertown, even up in toward the Lisbon areas, I could be seeing some wintry mix making its way in, falling from those clouds as well. Southeast winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour, making for some blowing snow, a factor for us. And there's these reduced visibilities. Again, a great reason to have those headlights on during the snowfall. A 1.5 mile visibility in Fargo, 1 mile visibility in Grand Forks, 3/4 of a mile. Just became a 3/4 of a mile there in Fargo and in Fergus Falls. But notice Jamestown, conditions are improving rapidly for our friends out toward the west, as the snowfall, you can see, has basically already ended there in the James River Valley. I expect that trend to continue, making its way from west to east, the snow ending there by about 9 o'clock. By around 9 o'clock, I expect most of it to be done in Fargo and in Grand Forks, but still some of that snowfall hanging on there in northern Minnesota. As we head toward the after the midnight hour, that will start to fizzle out as well. Some light snowfall hanging on there by that 2 a.m. hour, but notice some clear sky making its way into the western part of our viewing area. Temperatures cooling for your morning commute into those low 20s up toward the north, with mid to upper 20s elsewhere. So some icy spots will be possible for that morning commute on your Wednesday. Then through the day Wednesday, we warm slowly but surely into the 30s as we head toward the afternoon. We could see a few spotty flakes or flurries here or there, especially in the southern valley, especially around dinner time for tomorrow as well. You can see that kind of blue showing up there near the Ellendale areas right along the South Dakota state line. Not expecting too many impacts from that, but still could add some more slippery stuff onto perhaps some still slippery surfaces from today's snowfall there in the southern part of our viewing area. Temperatures tomorrow only warming into those 30s for pretty much everybody. Additional snowfall, nothing at all pretty much for our friends in North Dakota, where that snowfall will be ending here in the next couple of hours. Still could squeak out an additional 1 to maybe 2 or 3, perhaps 4 inches in northern Minnesota, where that snowfall will continue for the next 4 hours or so. So here's how things look for Thursday. This is our second first alert weather day of this week. A winter storm watch already in effect Wednesday night through Thursday night for the system we're tracking very carefully. Notice that watch currently goes for areas Grand Forks and points south. This does not look to include Devil's Lake at this time, but of course we're watching the track of this system very carefully. Here's how the track looks. So again, Grand Forks and points south, we are seeing on the American model some of that heavier snowfall and even gustier winds than what we saw today. And that continues from Thursday morning through the late hours on Thursday as well, perhaps even giving some impacts into Friday morning's commute for this week as well. Look at those north winds, gusty north winds, perhaps blowing snow and reduced visibilities, and again, heavier snowfall expected with this system on Thursday. 6+ inches of snowfall are expected in that area with the winter storm watch, but some areas could see 8 inches perhaps or more in the more heavily affected locations. Now, Mike, here's how things look moving into the weekend. We have cold weather, frigid weather on the way. Overnight lows for some into the weekend in the low single digits. And again, that system on Sunday still looks to be moving south, but we'll be watching the system on Sunday very carefully for regional travel impacts.
Wow. A little early for all that, don't you think?
Yeah, I do think so, yes.
All right.